Good day, gentle people, it's your favorite. Hey, where's my image? Well, that explains a lot. The holographic projector doesn't get a signal. Let me fix that. Good day, gentle people, it's your favorite Mr. 42, this time also visual. Today we're gonna have a look at Eddie. No, not this Eddie. This Eddie. He's also known as Flat Earth Banjo, USA, Japan and Brazil. Let's see what he has today.
On December 7th, 1941, the Japanese military launched a surprise attack on the United States Naval Base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii.
Those bastards.
But our main goal for today's video is to show the viewer that such attack could only have taken place on a flat, non-rotating Earth.
No, the main goal of your videos is to lie and deceit.
On a spinning ball Earth rotating at more than 1000 miles per hour at the equator,
Now throw in tangential velocity somewhere in there and you might be getting somewhere.
from west to east, it would have been impossible for the Japanese airplanes to have reached Hawaii, which according to the heliocentric belief, spins with the Earth under the airplane at a much faster speed than the speed of old World War II era warplanes.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
The famous pilot, with over 1 million subscribers, recently stated that as the aircraft gets airborne, the Earth would still be rotating under it.
Are you sure?
Don't believe me?
I'm very skeptical about any claim you make.
Well, listen straight from the horse's mouth.
Well, as the aircraft gets airborne, the Earth will still be rotating under it.
Huh, so you are sure. Poor choice of words though.
Hawaii would have rotated away ahead of the old World War II slow warplanes.
No, they wouldn't. If you jump in a moving train, you don't suddenly get launched into the back of the train. The tangential velocity is maintained and you have been told this many times.
In fact, once the warplanes got airborne, they would have fallen behind, and Japan, spinning with Earth faster than the warplanes, would have caught up with them while they were still airborne.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
Such attack could never have taken place on a spinning ball Earth. Even with today's technology, an airplane flying from Nairobi, Kenya, to Singapore, cities which are both located right at the equator, the airplane would never reach its destination once the aircraft speed is only 500 miles per hour, while at the equator, the Earth spins at 1000 miles per hour.
You're very good at strawmanning. If you have to lie to get your point across, it must not be a point capable of surviving on its own merits.
That the Earth was rotating. As the aircraft gets airborne, the Earth will still be rotating under it.
Okay, so you're sticking with Mentor Pilot. Let's see what he has to say actually.
As the aircraft gets airborne, the Earth will still be rotating under it, and this will cause errors as well when it comes to, for example, the speed. So once again, this is something that needs to be compensated for. And if you're traveling in a north-southerly direction, the Earth will rotate below you as well, and the way that you fly, even though it looks like a straight line over the Earth's surface, since the Earth is constantly rotating, it means that the aircraft is also kind of constantly turning. A very tiny little bit, but still it needs to do so, because if you're going from A to B on a rotating sphere, you are going to have to constantly kind of follow that rotation with the aircraft.
You conveniently left out that he was specifically talking about north-south travel. He was talking about Coriolis without saying that specific word. Sure, he made some poor choices in wording, but it's very clear what he meant. And you know what is very important in regards to Coriolis? The inertial reference frame. Not only did you misrepresent what he said, you also left out inertia, which forms the base of what he was talking about. I think it's safe to say you screwed yourself in the behind with this one.
And of course, a laser gyro, once again, is pointing on one particular point in space.
A 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Thanks, Bob.
And if you are moving away from that point of space, it will feel that. And if you are traveling in a north-southerly direction, the Earth will rotate below you as well, and the way that you fly, even though it looks like a straight line over the Earth's surface, since the Earth is constantly rotating, it means that the aircraft is also kind of constantly turning.
Did you notice the visual flirt trickery? I will now replay that last clip with a small change. On the left, the original visuals were meant to a pilot. On the right, the fleur strawmanning made by QNV.
And if you are traveling in a north-southerly direction, the Earth will rotate below you as well, and the way that you fly, even though it looks like a straight line over the Earth's surface, since the Earth is constantly rotating, it means that the aircraft is also kind of constantly turning.
If that was to be the case, an aircraft flying from Europe to South Africa would land on a remote island on the Pacific Ocean between South America and Australia. Since, according to heliocentric beliefs, the Earth is rotating under the airplane.
A very tiny little bit, but still it needs to do so, because if you're going from A to B on a rotating sphere, you are going to have to constantly kind of follow that rotation with the aircraft.
Why did you leave that part out?
The Pearl Harbor surprise attack proves Earth to be stationary. This is proven by scriptures, reason, and facts.
Our survey said...
Now before we continue, there's something else I have to say about this video. If I don't, I will certainly be killed in the comment section. This picture is wrong. And not just because you attempted to use a flat earth map. The Japanese aircraft did not take off from Japan. The Japanese tracking force of 6 aircraft carriers and some other material approached Hawaii to approximately 200 miles from the northwest. And I think that's quite enough destruction for one day. I hope you enjoyed the video enough to hit that like and subscribe button and read the description for more information.
Thanks for watching. See you the next time.
This has been Mr. 482 out. Don't panic.